La 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 la. I believe the stream is working. I hope at least that it is working. Just gonna wait a little bit. Understood if some people are watching. I'm gonna be waiting just for a little bit, just to see if anyone else will join. So, funny thing is, I was gonna try to do this live stream a little bit earlier today, but come to find out, there was stuff coming out today, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll wait. And come to find out, I didn't know. It said 2 hours, and then I looked back at it in like 30 minutes, and it said, oh, we're released. It's done now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And here I am. So, for the basis of what we're doing today, we're going to be playing this game called Rogue Trader. I'm thinking about making a new character and whole new thing. Hopefully have fun. So, I'm waiting a little bit longer just for other people to join. I don't know where my chat is, however. So I'm gonna have to go find that because I just remembered I can't see it. That would probably be bad. The whole reason I'm streaming was so you guys can talk to me, and I don't have it on. Well, this is what waiting is for. Alrighty, I believe I am back. I know you can't hear anything in the game right now, but that's because I am messing with stuff out of the game. Let's just make sure everything else is working correctly. Alright, I believe everything is good. Let me just do something real quick. I'm excited to play this game on live, just because, you know, this game is pretty interesting. And I played almost all the way through it, but this time I'm going in for a more... I'm trying to understand the lore, because last time I did not. Did not understand much of what was happening, so... This time's going to be a bit more focused on what's happening. I can hear myself talking. Oh no. No! No! Ah! I don't want to hear myself. I go mad. Okay. I think we're going to start up a new game. As you can see, this is the DLC that came out today. Apparently it's a whole new faction. The Adeptus Adbaris. Apparently they're going to be adding familiars, which is going to be interesting. Huh. Keep all those on. I'm going to go for... I understand the idea. You know what? No, we're going normal. I'm doing normal. We're doing that. We're going to play normal, because I'm always a person that loves to play on the easy mode of games. So I gotta watch out and play my games in a normal way while I'm playing this with y'all. So, guess it's time for us to look either at a new character, or we could go with the characters that are already built here. Which would be fun to play as, because a lot of them are pretty interesting made characters. Let's see here. Let's go with custom. I think we should make our own. So their appearance. Oh, there's new... Ooh, there's new images. That's cool. Let's see here. See, I'm not sure what I want to play as. I will say that that guy is pretty cool. That does look cool. Oh, let me fix that. Oh, nope. Damn it. Okay, there you go. That's what I wanted. I wanted you to keep that. I would love that. Yes. Augmentations. Let's see here. I can't even see it with that hair. Of course. Yeah, probably that on that side. And... Homeworld. Alright, let me see this guy. I feel like... I say we're Imperial. I'm going to try to go for a little bit more of a dogmatic approach in this game. I feel like that would be fun. Which is one of the many different choices you can play as a character. I think we'll do agility. Now, to check... So this is Arburator, which I am very interested in, because this is a brand new thing that they just added. And I'm thinking about playing this because it's new. I know not a lot of people are here, so I'm gonna pick this because I'm excited about this one. Let's see here. Let me read it actually before I move on. Are the irreplaceable and unbribable keepers of the Lex Imperialis, the sole and sacred law of the Imperium. They enact mercilessly and terrifying punishment upon any who dare violate the sacred tithe. The tribute every Imperium world has paid in the name of its considered existence. Shotguns, though? See, that's the reason I was like, ooh, shotguns. That sounds like fun. Yeah, I like this. So let's see here. Sorry, I'm also reading this in my head, so sorry. If y'all would like me to read this stuff, and if I see a message later on about saying that, I will. But for now, I'm just going to be looking through like a quiet observer. Because I am not sure which one to pick, to be honest. Let's see. I'll go through all three and I'll look through all of them. Charge of collecting the sacred from the debtors, of suppressing any users unknown. 100 years of service, making allies and vendors like. There's a criminals fall to me. Interesting. Shield separates the law. The truth before your ascension, you were part crowds from rioting. As long as you have your shield, you're prepared for anything. I feel like this is a good one, because I'm probably going to go, ooh, I know I'm seeing what it's saying. Yeah, it's shotgun stuff. Yeah, I would like that. Triumph. You preserved a copy of the regional Lex and used the apprentices therein to extract a teeth of unprecedented value from the rebelling Imperial world. Your words alone persuaded a booth of rebels to join the Arbiter's side in the midst of a planet-wide uprising without any need for pronounced measures. Feat of greatness. Perhaps persuasion. I think I'm gonna go with this one, just by reading it. Basically, it seems like these people were. This person was. You were helping some psychers, and the warp did not help your brain. And oh, they added something new over here too. Overseer, there it is. Believe that's a good one for shotguns. I am not sure, however. This is melee. This is more watching over. This is more sniper. This is more blades. I'm gonna go with soldier. Characteristics. Let's see here. I believe they're pretty intelligent. They are really bad at that. And then let's go a little bit higher toughness. Alright. Feeling that's good. Ooh. Now for the class of frigate. I'm going to press this 5 times, and whatever name it pops up with, I will take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more time. The Seeker's Haven. I love that name. I did lie. 5 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Vortigern. See, now that is a great name. For a man that looks like this, unless it is a great name. Alright, let's get started.
excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Oh, I love that intro. Something about it's just so cool, and I guess this is a good one to say. Truly, an awe-inspiring sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity.
I'd also like to say, after a little bit of time, this game will have no voice actor, so I will be voicing the characters as best as I can.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Marshal Wolfgang von Adelgard.
My regards, Marshal. The Adeptus Arbites are famous for their unbending will and keen instinct for uncovering hidden webs of conspiracy and scheming. This is admittedly a priceless skill for someone destined for a path as special as yours. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor. Such are the traditions of the Imperial. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore it is sacrosanct. So that you may fulfill your blood duty, whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord's Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
All right. Let's get moving.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Looks like a little eating hall.
The divine watches over us.
All right, let's get in there.
One of the von Valencius trophy.
Wow.
I'd like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Pretty interesting.
What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk! I am but a faithful herald of the
Survive the grim darkness of the far future. You have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader. Click the top button on the top of the screen to start the battle. Start, because I'm ambushed. Sadly, that means I can't do anything. Humans, how far more character can move in battle. One MP responds to the one cell in the battlefield. More costly every second to use 2. Movements are restored to their maximum value. When the one character starts moving, will be cancelled. So
Let my
fire!
tremble at the sound of my steps.
To make attacks and use abilities in combat, a character must spend action points, or AP. Their total is displayed in the panel at the bottom of the screen. Every attack or ability, a certain AP cost associated with it. Excuse me. AP cost to start each character's turn. AP is restored to maximum value. Interesting. Let me check something real quick. Nothing. I can't. Damn it. Alright. I can't do anything else, I guess.
Rejoice in service. I will not be deterred.
Nah. Ooh, sorry about that. I had to sneeze.
And so shall it be.
Nice. Oh no, I shot up their arm.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Interesting, interesting. Oh, looks like some of the guards have come in.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Alright. So many interesting things. Ah. There's so many things. I can't look at everything now. Sadly. I would love to look at everything, but sadly, I know I'm not going to be able to do that all the time. Let's see here. Down here's the people.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Heresy. One does not talk but heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edward?
Your first suppression of Edelthred, who appears to be about 30 years old, has a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bones. The nervous twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky moans are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthred, Theodora's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthred. Next to the two of them, you can see two more men. One is a gray-haired soldier in impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other behemoth, bristling with holsters and bulwarks, carrying all manners of weapons. Interesting.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
The reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. However, I put my interests first. No matter what it means, I would have to use the riches of LN6 will be mine.
Yes. Now I see the blood of the dynasty in your veins. Greed disguised as pride and vanity. What say you to that, Edelthrud? There is an answer that is quite different from yours, isn't it?
Perhaps I have not yet acquainted myself with all the intricacies of serving on the frontier, but my loyalty to the God Emperor forbids even a shadow of such thoughts. Heresy, whatever form it might take, must be exterminated, and there can be no place for base ambitions. I know his tenets well, unlike our new acquaintance.
You're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of a status to engage in such petty feuds?
Among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely.
Edelthrud, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Goodbye, sir.
So, why are you here?
I do not know just yet. I hope you clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One of. That mean there ever has.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrud may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp when my presence is required on the bridge.
Where is your ship heading?
Bypass system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aid.
Incident took place at the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Heresy.
Now enough, Avalon. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. In that case, I shall head to...
Uh-oh.
reported on the adjacent decks. So, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh boy. Oh, hello.
May the blessings of the divine grant us the courage and strength. Your Emperor won't save you.
Don't touch me.
My place is at the fore. Reduce to dust. Stay vigilant. For the glory of the Imperium. Death to non-believers.
Such is the will of chaos.
Just a minor setback. My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. Rejoice in them. Actions will speak louder than words. Your corrupt way has failed you. I've suffered worse.
I can handle this.
Wow. All right.
Brace yourself, Avalon.
Really bloody, I will mention.
To the weak, chaos guides.
Emperor, protect me. No mercy.
My Whoa.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Alright. Let's run.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Oh, here she comes.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish.
Oh boy.
That the madmen have already reached the officers' deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
You don't know the half of it. There's only one thing worse than the warp addling the brains of our crew, and that's the warp itself crawling all over our decks. I shouldn't even think about it. It's bad luck. Your orders, Lord Captain.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain, transitional deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psycho powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort, come!
Oh, time to go.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I should make do. Lead the way.
Of course. Lady Theodora would never have someone she no longer.
Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you're consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Uh-oh. Oh! Promised you this special destiny, Virgo. It is time to fulfill it. Uh-oh. Worship the God Emperor as the central pillar for the pay of man. Each day, trillions of people across a million worlds live, toiled, and die in his name. Uh-oh. Right. Kicked me.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
Ugh, heresy.
We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power, the sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
That's... I would love to do this one.
On the contrary,
Uh-huh.
this blessing has raised me too much above your kind, fond Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that
What? Sorry? That's an excuse do you even have for your posterity? You sordid, wretched piece of crocs. For reference, there's the orcs in Warhammer, and they have a species that is like a creature called the Grox. And the Grox is kind of like this, let's just say, beast of burden.
wretched? What do you Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity
I think I'm making somebody mad.
no longer serves kind.
Hey, how's it going? See if Big and 2 is in here. Good to see you in the chat.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valancius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Uh-oh. The blade flashes in a dim light, and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning. Then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight with the voices in your head. Get out, I am not your puppet. Wounded by a corrupted weapon, which leads to a warp entity invading your mind. Uh-oh. In the gateway arch, you see a counter with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton, created for a liberalized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember eyes. Examine the device. You carefully inspect the design of the gate contour, which seriously catches your eye as a strained alloy that is used to transfer the machine components. Archaeotech. So, very old tech. Its lower jaw opened with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a normal living human could. Savage's mouth was speared with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to your right of you shows up, showing strings of mysterious signals on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, demanding sacrifice. Look around with hopes of finding something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chambers out the room is completely empty, and Place your hand on the sentinel's maw. Tramps on your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. Few dark drops fall from the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. But the vid screen of the corrugator flickers. Several long minutes pass, the central jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you lean against the gate, you will catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes, pretend none has ever happened.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You don't understand what this quiet voice is coming through. Okay, I can feel the static. Is it a sentinel? The conjugator? Yes. Yes, I do require assistance. The pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. This seems the entity that called into contact did not have the ability to do you any real harm. Request accepted.
Initiating defense protocol.
Ooh. Oh. Hello. Big gun. And fire. Yippee.
There is still another way.
Oh. Haha. Well, time to get in here.
Let us walk this path to the end.
And there it is. The warrant of trade. Let it be known that it is my will in the true words of this document. I designate this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade, and dispose upon them. Oh, damn it! This is the actual Emperor's writing, which is very cool. Ah.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
A Vox skull. Interesting. Need to contact somebody. I am preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Spoke faster. Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head.
Alright, before I say anything, hello, other person, Jean. Yes, very early on, because I realized that there was a new update, and I was just like, you know what? Rather than continuing on what I'm doing, I'm gonna go with restarted completely when a new update comes out, because something tells me it's gonna be exciting playing through stuff new. Communication.
Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish decent connection.
I need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
The servo skull goes silent. It relays clicking seconds after second passes, and you realize that the servo skull will not answer you. What madness is happening? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary alteration following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the trader's subject.
Lead me away from here.
The probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, pre-empty must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
As GM stories unfold, you see notifications up your screen indicating the status of code instructor has been upgraded. Gotcha.
The Emperor protects. My faith is my shield.
Okay, can't do overseer. Good. I was just making sure. Alright. Let's continue. I'll walk. Let's go.
What is rightfully ours.
So they want me to seal this place because no one's supposed to get to this. This is a very, very important relic. Uh-oh. Oh, I love my chain swords when I see them. Oh, yeah.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Sensual Abaddon Veteran has lost some sort of form of polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of his sleeves is a cord is torn and soaked with blood. Nonetheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm, his grace is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. He surveyed the carnage around him, his brow furrowed, and he placed a hand on his weapon. Conrad Vodklier is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something. He was trying to reach the warrant, was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Ultimately admitted, he is the mastermind behind this mutiny.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a medicated. Now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Blessed is Von Valencia's blood.
Look no further.
I cannot comply.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
It's a pretty good one, yeah.
A nice little stroll. I am at your service.
With you at my side, victory is within our...
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trial's end. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
How did you find me?
You sent me a vox message, specifically a voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. But I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Interesting.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Come.
Loyal sons and daughters of the
God, Emperor.
the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up.
Nice.
Not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Close ranks.
Okay, so now I'm able to choose where I want to put him. So I'm going to put you here and you here. Dealing with... Let's see here.
And so shall it be done. Another step towards our ultimate victory. Rejoice.
Warrior, melee combat, and drawing the enemy's attacks. I understand a little bit more about melee combat because I love playing with this character. He is very fun as the, you know. Take all damage for me, brother. Look at that. No damage. And no damage again, because these guys suck at shooting.
At your beck and call. One fewer target.
There you go. We have found this one, for sure.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
Alright, I think you need more athletics. And for you, definitely awareness. I believe he is a very smart person. Let's go to the sanctum. Here's a map of your void ship. Some parts are not available yet, but over time your character will be go to them. Alright. Well, hello, Asika.
Comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head.
Watch the heavens.
Era, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear my. How they sing.
Well, someone seems to be going crazy. For explanation for anyone that doesn't know, the people that are considered psychers can see into the warp. Now, the warp sometimes does affect them in these ways.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The voices from yonder threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am... And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelstrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body... The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
I would like to mention once again, since I am now thinking about it, no, she is not drunk. This is the effects of the warp. Another dimension that has full of chaos, and she can see through it, but that does not mean it does not affect her as well. And the navigator is somebody that's like, there's psychos, and then there's navigators, which is like the high up version of the psychers, basically. We'll see if a navigator as well.
Oh no. Nothing is well about him. Don't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you?
Sorry.
The ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Alright. Adriana, so that's in front of next is the center of characters. Click on the portrait. Backspace. Alright, understood.
The divine watches over us.
Seems like this door is locked. Ugh. Flesh. I would like to mention that this game has a lot of descriptions and a lot of things. So I will be looking at them. I understand that some people go, this guy's looking at something. I'm gonna get stuck a lot of times just looking around at everything. Oh. Seems there's a battle going on. Go, go, go!
Beware the eye of the witch.
Uh-oh, not a psyker. Ow. She can study opponents and identify their weaknesses and psychic abilities, allow her to deal damage to them. Exploits all exploitive effects to all enemies in line of sight.
On it. Anything else?
Lightning!
Be gone.
Nice.
Can I fall back now?
Your end is nigh.
Damn it.
The Emperor commands. Actions will speak
Nah.
louder than words.
Sadly, it did not take enough damage for them, but we shall handle that.
I will do my duty.
Nice. Ah, parry. Nice. He moved, you fool.
Will do.
And bonk. Vesperus. The creature in the chair appears to have been one on its throne. You see pink, project-like skin stretched between the seat and limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits from those two dark, gill-like slits of its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, and two ordinary eyes as well as a third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Master Vespider.
You'll learn I love letting him speak. Sure. Fox Grill. Short to do what? Uh-oh. Seems like somebody is, talking to the warp.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Unseen creature. Oh no. Seems like he's not having so much fun.
Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the wall. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. The urge. The ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
All right.
Oh no.
Sacrifice offered. Oh, my heart tells me that Kunrad was not deterred by his defeat in the warrant chamber.
What? Conrad betrayed Lady Theodora? Oh, but how was that? How? He was as loyal as a dog. And I didn't hear a thing.
Footfalls of the bringer of twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes. See who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer.
That sounds interesting, sir.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck, join forces with Edelstrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
The spiders. And thank you.
Well, seems like he's not doing so well. Just saying. Not sure about y'all, but I feel like when I have, like, you know, black stuff coming out of my eyes, I feel like it's not a good time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, hey, if you have black stuff coming out of your eyes, like and subscribe. I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't judge. You ever listen to music as you play? I do, yes, sometimes. But I will say, I love the music that's playing right now. You can just barely hear it. But, like, I agree. I mean, I do play, sometimes I listen to music, but I feel like playing without music in a kind of this music setting in the background. I love it. Something about the chanting of the Imperium heart beating. Sounds pretty nice. Ooh, another Psycho staff. I believe you're looking for a new weapon, I think. So I'm going to give you a double blade. Do you not hear the music in the background? Like the quiet hums and stuff in the background? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you can't hear that? Huh.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Ah. It was kind of quiet. Well, of course, now the music... Well, here's the thing. It isn't really music. It's more like... Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't think that's a good idea to listen to music while I'm playing this, because my worry would be that I could get copyright striked.
The divine watches over us.
I believe we are going back this way. Sadly, as I literally said, you can't, and you hear this, it stopped playing completely. There it is. Can you not hear that? Okay. Well, on my side, I can hear it completely, so... That is weird. Yeah, I understand. That is weird, though.
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these.
Betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
I did adjust it. I'm not sure if that helped or not. Which is interesting. How have you been able to hear stuff being talked about and stuff? I haven't actually been listening to how it sounds. Let me also give me one moment. Let me. You're mentioning about sound stuff, and now I want to make sure I'm not going crazy over here thinking that it's not working correctly. Yeah, but I don't know what music to play, to be honest. And sorry, I know your responses are slower because of how delay works on here. So I'm trying to talk to you as a delayed conversation. It's very funny. I believe everything is working. Sadly, I do think... Actually, let me check over here. I didn't have the volume all the way up on my actual source. I think I fixed the problem. Let's see. I literally turned everything else up, so... Interesting. Maybe I do... Okay, that doesn't help. Okay. So I think it is having to do... Let me do some stuff over here. Sorry about this. What if I do this? Would this change something? No. Okay. Just troubleshooting right now. Sorry about this, everybody. Want to make sure everyone's getting good audio. How I'm checking is there's a thing that on my... I'm using OBS currently. And it's telling me if sound is going through. Now, I think this is the only way sound comes through. Sadly, I think this is the quietest it can be, even after I've changed everything on all the sides, everything I can change. So, sadly, this is not a my side issue. It's more like the game is this quiet. Sadly. I could make everything go really high. You know what? Why not? If there's complaints, let me know later, I guess. Yes, I understand the sound control device is the thing that you're talking about, but that shouldn't change how the audio is coming through to you because it's not the same thing. It's connecting to the game. The game volume is the problem, not the thing I'm using. If that makes sense. I've turned everything up on that device that you're talking about. Let's continue, and hopefully it sounds better now.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Vorgan von Velasius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sorry about that.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
Let me go back up a second, just because I'm trying to remember everything. So she is a battle sister. She is a woman that fights for the Emperor, and the Emperor as well.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
And he actually, you know, I will do this one. What is a war? Okay, good. That's what I'm thinking. I think there was better audio now. What is a warrior of the Adepta Soratis doing on the Lord Kratos' ship? You ordered the emissary, do you not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
We must get the main down
Through
on the
this
deck.
door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Alright. We have a new champion with us, Argenta. You're gonna level. Ooh, a better gun. Us here, we always like a better gun. Let's have you have a scrappy auto gun as our second weapon, just in case. Basically the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same thing.
Know your duty.
Dude, the door's right there, but I'm gonna look around. Loot. Let's see over here. Uh-oh. Seems like there are some people over here.
Let
We
the
shall
faith
move.
guide my path to glory with righteous fury. Your emperor won't save you.
I believe the game is having a little bit of a glitchy time just then because I did something weird. Sadly, that means I have to start battle.
Death to the weak. Ah! Chaos
Yeah, this will
guides
work.
me.
Warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. Interesting, interesting. And
Faith without deeds.
damn it. Silly table.
Out of my way.
I will endure.
I am your doom.
What is this foreboding? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Something seems to be very wrong.
Indeed. At your beck and
Yeah,
call.
something looks weird for a second there. Okay, yeah, game, I don't think... I think the game's having a little bit of problems over here. That's okay, I think I just fixed it. Most of the time what I've learned is... Okay, yeah, something is... Okay, let me... Save game. I'm gonna exit the GameStop. Just give me one moment. Hopefully I can fix the problem by just turning it off and turning it back on. Because, you know, everyone's best way of fixing a problem is turning it off and turning it back on again, because hopefully it works. Please work. Rogue traitor. Okay, so hopefully when I... Okay, now I can just load here. Don't worry about this. Shh, you don't see this. You don't see this. Shush. I definitely haven't played this game before. I don't know what you're talking about. Never played this game. This is my first time. I've never played this game before. I have no idea what you're talking... Okay, so hopefully you guys are feeling a little bit better after I reset you, because if not, I am screwed.
The Emperor commands. Your corrupt way.
Well, at
has
least I killed one of
failed
them.
you. Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
Well, that was a great folly. Sadly, battle of opportunity, but they seem... Oh, no!
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Jeez.
Death to the weak!
On it. Will do.
Ooh. That hurt. Sometimes when using psychic abilities with a psyker, it sometimes does affect you. It's not always a good thing.
I'm not so sure. But of course.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
Okay, buddy, now that you're out of your funk, let's go do some good war.
Reduced to dust.
Much better.
It will be done.
I missed my meat shield. Jeez, buddy, you were not good at shooting that thing. Alright, you are not allowed to use that weapon anymore. Jeez.
Guides me.
Ow.
Death to non-believers.
Alright, let's push up.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Nice. Okay. Now I'll move you over here. Strike you with
What
lightning.
is this foreboding? Anything else?
A tactically sound approach. Indeed. May the Divine's will be done. Actions will speak louder than words. And so it shall. Let this be a warning to all who oppose us. Chaos guides me.
Ow.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Fire! Sadly,
Doubt
she is
is
not
for
good
the
at
weak.
shooting.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
One fewer target.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. That is not my destiny.
My place is at the fore.
Slash. Nice. Good job. Let's go. Excuse me. There's a bunch of
Let
scrappy
the faith
blades.
guide my path to glory.
Hopefully I will find myself a shotgun soon, because my guy needs shotguns, sadly. Which means I'm going to be walking around with a little bit of a disadvantage with what weapons I currently have. Which is a sad thing indeed. because my guy loves shotguns. That is his basic right, is the shotguns.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Also, I will say I'm a loot goblin, which basically means, if you do not know, loot. Hello, loot. I want you. And then I take the loot and continuously do that over and over. Because that's how we work. I'm just trying to see if they have anything other than the stuff I've already seen. Sadly, I do not think so.
Accomplished.
Nice. Ooh. Loot. And I already know what I'm putting that on. Sir.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. The duty prevails. I have proven
Nice.
myself yet again. I rise above hardships.
More heals. Always good to find those.
The duty prevails.
Ooh, a shotgun! Oh, I didn't know that was here. Oh, this makes me feel so much better now. I have a shotgun. Yippee! I don't know about y'all, but something about shotgun just always makes me happy. I always have a shotgun in my hand. For my man, Voyager, he loves his shotguns. Anyway, let's see here. You're good, you're good. Can't move anything here. Alright, let's go.
The divine watches over us.
I think I've looked through everything just before I leave this area of interesting proportions. I believe I am good. No more looting for me. And time for explosions.
Duty prevails.
Ooh, we leveled up. Nice. Before I move, living up moment. Evelyn Slaughter. May moves the wounded effect until the end of the combat. Ooh, now that is fun. Does not reset between rounds. Understood. Ooh, that's a good one. Basically, warriors are supposed to be the I run in front and distract all enemies with my body of epic proportions. Operative exploits all exploits from the target, increasing the parry and armor. Basically helping everyone else fight them, and you get the same thing as my first guy. Alright.
Know your duty.
I'm this way first, just to see what's over here. Definitely not because I knew there was loot. I don't know what you're talking about. I am not crazy with loot.
Accomplished.
I'm not crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Armor is always good with the one guy that always needs it. Or I could put I don't like the helmet on him. Can I turn it off? I can turn it off. Alright, I like that. That helps.
Let us walk this path to the end.
You'll see at the end of the game, most of the armor that I picked does not look as aesthetically pleasing. Oh, another multi-key. Basically supposed to be a lock-picking tool. Uh-oh. Whoa. The roar of the flames ring in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough, and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from your scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the footsteps. Uh-oh.
An apparition.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness. To renounce weakness of spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path to heights worthy of a rogue trader. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies.
Do not listen to this abomination. To the void with you.
The people.
Sorry.
Survivors from the middle decks.
When I sit here and I'm like, I've already read this part, my brain immediately goes, shush. And that's like, oh wait, I'm listening to this for the first time. Stop.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Do I trust someone that speaks like this? That'd be heretical.
I will show you.
Uh-oh. That was a little bit of heresy, I would say. Hope Horace isn't listening.
With each step, I fought.
What is this place?
Seems like a hidden loot location. Huh. Corrupted Inferno weapon.
My mind is clouded with darkness. Emperor, lay your hand upon our brows and guard us against the morass of heresy.
Interesting weapon.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
So I can move a little bit fast. I'm just looking around. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Theodora von Vresh's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
This is very sad.
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Whitebeard. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
It's like a child seeing a parent.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Shot went straight up through. Maybe they weren't expecting the shooter to shoot. Getting closer to the body, the death of cause is apparent. Oropus is shot.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
The Theodora found with the seal of the Holy Otos of the Imperia's Inquisition. Oh. The secret police of the Imperium that regularly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. By touching Theodora, you make us see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Yeah, no way.
The crucible of battle. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
So, as a good player of games would say, let's loot. Let's just loot this guy's body. This is very funny. Something tells me he can't wear it because he is currently a little bit heretical right now. So, you get a helmet. Yay! And I turn off that helmet because I don't like it. Wait, let me make sure. Nope, the helmet is not on. Good. All right, let me go check loot. Ooh, Rogue Trader's Cloak. First cloak of the Emperor. Ooh, more loot. Commerce and Law. Theodora's Rosary. Yeah, let's put it on. Why not?
The divine watches over us.
Let's get out of here. Nah, it seems like something happened here. Definitely a fight for sure. Give me one moment. Sorry.
I will deliver furious retribution.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Reduced to dust! Someone else can do this. It will be done. I will do my duty.
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. Rejoice in service! The Emperor... I will not be deterred.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak, strike is a threat.
Was it you? Or... On it. But of course. I fall back now.
Death to the weak.
My patience has failed me.
At your back and I took care of this one.
Rejoice in service.
Guided by faith.
I know what is to come. Anything else?
Follow my lead.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. Let the faith guide my path to glory. Know your duty.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Traitor! Right when we needed all forces to deliver a decisive blow, you stepped aside. Do not even try to claim that my Voxcasts did not... I sense the mark of the warp on you. An echo of the powers that are ravaging this ship. What is it? The aftermath?
I cannot vouch for your act.
Let us leave this conversation for it.
What?
Master Edelthrad, no!
No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Then we have no right to bow our... We are out of time.
What? Theodora is dead.
I will not die quietly alongside one who is a traitor to his blood. If my last service to the Imperium is to rip out the throat of an enemy of humanity, then such is the God Emperor's will.
Edelthrad, don't!
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Closed ranks.
Your end is nigh. Your corrupt way has failed you. Actions will speak. I am but a vessel for the higher purpose. And so shall this be done. The Emperor commands.
Cover me! Was that you? Or...
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
I'll do it.
I refuse.
Out of my way!
Oh, my faith shields me!
I will not be deterred.
Lost in our ranks.
And so shall it be done. Actions will speak louder than words.
Will do.
It will be done. Brace yourself, Avalon!
My armor is contempt. And so you have been judged and found wanting.
I'm not interested. My place is at the fore. At your beck and call.
Pain of this mortal flesh means nothing. My fury rain down upon thee.
Anything else?
Double our efforts. It will be done. I'd rather not. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Pain is temporary. Legacy is forever.
Injury is not an excuse to shirk one's duty. Indeed. It will be done. Just a minor setback. I'll revert to more conservative tactics. Someone else can do this. Ah, careful now. Victory is imminent. My ears are ringing. Brace yourself, Abelard. It will be done. Field medicine at its finest. I will do what for your target.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
The air. Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate. In the future, you will repay me for this boon in full. Indeed, for the boundless truth encompasses all. Merely one part of it reached out to you. And answer you did. You could become the new champion.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, Have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the rogue trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of his own ambitions.
Let me see if
this works. Let me hear myself. The foes that set upon this fluid void ship destroyed the vicosities of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp machine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnisign. But his spirit mourns his death brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of discerning his sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I also report that the NCM Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all protectors on board, fell in battle. That Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained a part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experiences and comprehension of the sacred protocols that of fallen Magus require a replacement as soon as possible.
Sorry about that. If anyone was a little bit surprised with that voice, I thought it'd be fun to do something like that.
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now... Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Have I been muted this whole time? I believe I have been muted for quite a while. Oh no. I have been talking this whole time about me taking a break for a second. I am so sorry. I will be right back. I'm very sorry. Oh boy. I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. I think I should definitely have a stream break or something pop up on the screen while I'm gone, but I am back. So, I believe we should go up here first. From just previous experiences of the game, but it's also very, fun to go this way. This is how I've always been. Is circle, look a clock. And that's what I've done last time, and that's what I've done a whole bunch of times. It's just this way. So, first, we go to Urek 5. Lord Captain, Astropheric Trio Master, Zachary Wiss, is acting to speak to you via a private channel. Greetings, your lordship. I have report that the choir of listening tirelessly in the Immaterium. That's where the warp is, basically. In the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Imperium's tumult, something is screaming. This screaming is driving your choir mad. Told staff you have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the retina systems of pathic cessation. You're going to pay a visit to that station. Thank you, your lordship. That's not good. Captain, reporting. The heralds of Nevis continue to remain vox silent. Perhaps due to Urk 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting from the station's orbit. Segments are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We also executives assumed of space debris near the space docks. Remains of planetary shuttles. Order the Yager crew to scan the station. Just the station of the ship. Information is mostly precise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. Meant stalking. Affirmative, Captain. We do not know what's happening in the station, so you'll have a good look at this stage. Navigator's blind. Dock safely. May the Emperor light you. God Emperor light your path. And we shall go.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Tall man stops you. The gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the perky scales of his bloody face. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the sea of souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. If you would be so kind, Deputard. Before you stands his lordship, the Lord Trader Organ von Valesius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the closed expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out the noble late custom requires the Lord Investigator to introduce himself first. Given the unusual circumstances on the station, his lordship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to hostilities, but that's just once. To your unceremonious invasion, but that's just once. Uh-huh. Find with the navigator and immediately depart. What's happening on the station? Trail, the most presenting thing in the life of a noble knight. Don't you think? Stand the bad my son Theobald or Serio, second keeper. People sabotage up the shuttles. Uh-huh. I don't trust how he's talking. So simple. Why don't you do it yourself? It would be easy to accomplish. The path to the laboratory and the guardian and the same madmen took over the station. Orium Sacrosanct is a holy domain and is forbidden for commoners from the world below. When the situation is part of control, we can only establish contact because the traitors disabled our mistress. However, with her to or the outsider, she will tell you about herself personally when she feels like it. That is, assuming she survives. I'm begging you not to waste any more of your precious time, for it is running out. You think that she is alive. Capable of incredible things, not even traitor Theobald could easily. Deplorable state. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened so quickly. There was dozens of reports of accidents, victims, and falling systems. The only precious thing aboard this station is Lady Cassia's life. Everything else is futile and could be easily replenished. Enough questions. I don't like this guy. He talks a little bit too evilly. So personally, screw you! Second to many others that threaten me in my own station. You shall face your inglorious demise, scion of the great family. Gods, doesn't matter anymore. To arms!
Enemies to face judgment. We are truly
I personally don't like this guy.
Stand your ground.
And, screw you.
Follow my lead. Weapon at the ready.
I've suffered worse.
Let my knees tremble at the sound of my steps. I will not be deterred.
Break them around.
Stop.
Does everyone have shotguns here?
Call to me.
I'm the crippled in body that corrupt in mind.
There is movement.
Here is a tactical disadvantage.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I advise.
The healing is much appreciated. That's not the Seneschal's job. Follow my lead. At your beck and call.
Stay vigilant.
Through pain and hardship, we prove our devotion.
Hey, motherfucker, get out from me, friend. Maybe I should shoot this guy instead, because he just had a lot less more health.
And so shall it be done.
And of course I miss, because, you know.
Follow my lead. Wills, endure.
A tactically sound approach. Oh, field medicine at its finest.
Weapon at in our ranks. Break them morale.
Just a
moment that strengthens my victory.
God Emperor, move through me. See the fire in my heart. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor can strike is a prayer.
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
Follow my lead. Follow my
Reduced to dust.
high momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless. That is not the Emperor's will.
Well, that was not a fun one. Thank God I killed them, though. Jeez. Ugh, that was annoying. Anyway, I believe I did everything. Ooh, shotgun. No, sadly, not a good shotgun, just shotgun. I believe I need better armor for my men.
I'm not interested. Someone else can do this.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
So I shall do what I call the fix problem and come back, because I had injuries of my characters, and then I can go right back into that same place without those injuries, which is always nice. See? Everything is just fine.
Huh, that wasn't so difficult.
Yep. And when you can find out when you finally walk around with these people is, hey, wait a second, these people look like they were tortured. And that's not a very good thing.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer. Attention to detail is the key to success.
Never doubt me.
This is out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
The impure cannot escape their fate. You dare cross the faithful.
What is this foreboding? But of course. Was that you? Or...
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Weapon at the ready. Break them up. May the Divine's will be done. Rejoice in service.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I am eradicated.
Nice.
My faith strengthens me. I shall endure everything with unshakable faith. Onward!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
On it. Not the Scryer's job.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I took care of this one.
No matter the
I am
cost.
momentum.
At your beck and call. One fewer target. Indeed.
Follow my lead. My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. I cannot comply.
It will be done.
Follow my
I've suffered worse.
And so it should let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
And there we go. Nice.
The Divine watches over us.
The Emperor
Let us
favors
walk
me
this
today.
path to the end. I rise above hardships.
Over there.
Not a pistol. Nice. And some grenades. Us here at GamerCo we love grenades. We won't say why, but we love grenades.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Interesting. I go this way. It is getting quiet though, because the music stopped at a very quiet area, because of course it does. Learning with the servants.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Duty prevails.
Know your duty.
Damned warp. If we'd been in real space, I'd have.
It did expected result.
Ooh. Hello. Hello, weapon of mass destruction. We here at Killing Co. love cool weapons.
I'd rather not.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
The duty prevails.
Ooh. Trap.
I better myself through my service.
And more loot. Uh-oh. Seems like warp is happening to them. Death to the chase. Hey, who are you? Uh-oh. Think we're caught. I don't think that was gonna win anyway.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Martyrs. I think that's coming from this room. Oh no. Servants seem to be going crazy in here. Oh no.
I have proven myself yet again.
Ooh, boxes worth of stuff.
I rise above hardships.
That's a sniper rifle. That might be interesting in battle. I am going to take all of that for sure. Sadly, no shotgun.
The divine watches over us.
Which I will be continuously mentioning. I have not seen one yet. Give me... Feed screens and dials and activation numbers. The correct feed screen of the sacred engine flickers. Concierge insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens associate at random. Takes a while, but eventually the machine spirit do grant you access to the conager system. Crush data. Deceased, alive, deceased. Oh, okay, so there's only one alive. Jeez, alright. The child location upstairs, but rapid heartbeat. Tension. Calming procedures of tension. Uh-oh. Call for help. Examine the logs. I'm gonna switch to main controls. Open all doors on this level. The doors are open. Alright.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Warp ones, okay. Actually, I know a perfect person for that one.
The Emperor gave me a vision. Know your duty. The strain has taken its toll.
So, okay. Let me write this stuff down because this is important. So, okay. And I'm writing okay because of the data crypt. Okay. Flesh. And crystal. Okay. So, crystal.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Mutated flesh. Do not use acid. What does everyone say? I think it just told us. So I'm guessing biogel. And crystal dust. Okay.
This is out of the
It worked! What did I get? Ooh, immunity to toxic damage. Nice. Let's check the other one. Okay, now I'm going to look at metal. Keep samples of his skin growths and can subtly influence. Okay, so it is a navigator's flesh. Navigator's flesh. N-O-H. Navigator flesh. Black water. Go break up this adamantium. Wait. No, it's a bad idea. So I put the acid. And we use the meteoritic chunk instead. Use the dust. That. And it was H-O. Activate. Well, that didn't work. And I messed up. Alright, well, I guess I get acid then.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
We'll manage.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Perfect note with an unnaturally long limb to cover her face with her hands. Tempered hair, twisted leaves on your approach. Hidden by a jeweled ornament. In eyes meet, sensible belongings. Flashes. Past memory. What's happening? Why is happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Ow, it's my own little past. I haven't announced. This one's barging my head. What is happening? Who's calling my name? One of my manners, Vergen. I don't necessarily create patience. It's great sorrow about a house. But fate. Just hold and preserve. You. Fail me. Take you out as every enemy or ally. I'm warning you. One wrong move will bring the wrath of Valsudelio upon your head. Watch out, little captain. This one's so deranged, she whispers shriek like crazy. And do no harm. Came to seek the evade. Well, Vergen Vandasus. Interesting. What service do you ask of me? Save the sacred child, take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. Safely to Regent Tartilio, acting the head of House Forcilio. This is sure to the effort. Good, that's good. Now let's say proper goodbyes.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully.
one last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No!
Oh,
Not
no.
you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
She has a great power of navigating.
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Fearbold.
I forgot we had the meeting sessions.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Sorry for my chair.
What are you going to do to me?
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Urak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio. Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
All right. And I have to upgrade them.
Let us walk this path to the end.
And I will say, I'm going to get back to the ship, and I will be taking my leave here. I've been live streaming for almost 3 hours now. I am not used to being on this long. So, I think after this, I believe I am done. Lord Captain. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctus Navis is prepared in the communion trail. Lady initiates the rest of in her corridors fast. Your heart beats fiercely, choppy, searching for the source. First, I wish to speak with the Lord Traitor. Leave us. What do you wish to talk about? Well, no, tell me more about the ritual. Thou to the initiator who try to understand the mystery of navigation. I must merge my mind and the will of the machine spirit of the ship, so I become one with the vessel. After that, I use my rituals, which I love to reveal to you. Speak about whose fame is as great as before you met. Truly is you, Vorgan, the person the whole expanse was talking about, and now it truly shadows well. You acted honorably, you did not exploit me in my wretched position, and I am especially grateful. Grateful that you saved my servants, my valet. Now I'm ready to go to the sanctuary for my rights. All supplies are delivered. Initiating communion ritual. Ameliuv. Go. Seen vertexes. Uh-oh. Oh no. Part is removed. Very unfortunate news. Spread across the canvas, dividing what should be the whole of two. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. I've been playing for quite a while, and I feel like this is a good stopping point. Everyone, have a good one. I hope to see you soon.